My name is Camille Pajor.
Stephen Joseph.
Dalara Islam.
Sarah Sinkwamani.
Isri Vijayasundara.
Diego Martinez.
Jaskarat Singh.
Kayla Gallina.
Sylvia Kessner-Klasa.
Matthew Jasinski.
Nicole Klasa.
Carla Hernandez.
Daniel Hasselbauer.
Devin Thornburg. I'm 60 years old.
I'm 22 years old.
21.
24.
26.
57.
20.
21.
19.
22.
20.
27.
21 years old. I'm 20 years old.
Perspective is a grassroots campaign powered by stories.
Stories of oppression, discomfort, and harassment.
And what it means to be a woman.
And a man.
In a society that has normalized those experiences.
When we share these stories,
My story.
My story.
My story.
We grant permission to others
To join the conversation.
The truth is,
Not all men harass women.
Not all men intend to make women feel uncomfortable or unwelcome.
But all women have experienced it.
What's your story?
What's your story?
What's your story?
perspective.
power in stories.
a slut to me is a girl who sleeps around.
A slut is someone
A woman
who is sexually promiscuous.
Sexual promiscuity.
Embraces her sexuality and does what she wants.
Women that sleep around.
I would say that my mom,
My daughter.
My best friend.
My sister.
My sister.
is an important woman in my life. If somebody called my mom a slut,
Obviously, I would not like that one bit.
I would try to defend her.
Well, my first reaction would be to go probably fight that person.
growing up, she's the one who taught me to respect women.
I'd feel upset for my sister.
It would make me feel enraged.
I'd feel angry.
I've had experience with catcalling since I was a teenager.
It's something that I've encountered a lot of times.
There have been several times where I've been approached by a stranger, a man on the street.
If I was, it would be from a personal or somebody I knew.
When someone approaches me on the street or tries to get my attention, I immediately get scared.
Well, I've obviously never experienced it myself as a male.
Okay, so when I was younger, when I was, I think, like a toddler or like pre-K age.
I kind of always expect it when I go outside running.
My mom she had me when she was very young, so she still looked very young. I think she was in about her like mid-20s.
I don't think this is only a problem in America.
Growing up on the West Coast.
I grew up in New York City and Queens.
Almost every day in New York City.
Almost all of South Asian countries.
In a ranch town.
Commuting to Manhattan and being in a very tight space like a subway.
It doesn't matter where you walk, whatever subway you're on, it happened today.
One time I was walking in New York City and I was walking with my friend.
I mean, fortunately, I don't have much experience with experiencing or witnessing much catcalling.
I have never been approached by one.
A man was walking the opposite direction and he somehow, as he passed, managed to grab a handful of my backside.
In some ways, it was an affirmation of manhood to do that.
It made me feel vulnerable,
People feel that they have the right to do that and to speak out.
knowing that someone was in my personal space up against me, and there really wasn't anything I could do at that moment.
And I wanted to turn around and just yell at him, but I felt like that would have put me in danger, so I kept quiet.
These guys don't understand what boundaries are, and they're still willing to, essentially harass her.
Street harassment and catcalling is one big problem.
Something men should understand about catcalling is that it's not a compliment.
If you want to define compliment as catcalling,
That behavior is not acceptable in any form,
Women do not find it flattering.
it's a really bad definition for a compliment.
and there should be consequences.
The biggest thing that a female should understand if that happens to them is that
It's not light-hearted banter.
it doesn't necessarily reflect on who they are or who they appear to be from the outside.
It's demeaning.
Men should understand that catcalling is a reflection on them more than it is on the women.
It's disrespectful.
The only thing I would like to add about the experiences is that I hope that films like this can begin to create an awakening, a discussion, a conversation to make people uncomfortable and reflective about what they do in their daily lives.